I don't never feel a certain type of way. Like, constructive criticism to me is like great, especially coming from a guy. Like, these niggas go to this club like the stripper is like the she need to be at Def Jam right now, to be all the way honest with you. A legend on my corner, nigga, call me Terry Pendleton.
I see art like I know the custodian at the G.O.O.D, and my hoe is Cambodian. While I'm smoking, I send her to the stove for some ozium. If I ain't hot, you must be smoking that opium, or that shit Hector Gay smoking them.
Welcome, 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 welcome. You're watching the No Judgment Zone. As you know, it's your host, Blockzilla. I got a special guest with me, my homeboy, Cyhi The Prynce. What's good, Playboy?
What it do, my dog?
I am doing good. Good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah.
Last time we were in the old office, you spit a little verse for me. Now you're here, you're back. Just dropped the dope mixtape.
Yep.
Where have you been? It's like we haven't seen you in such a long time.
You know, me and Kanye, I just really set up under him for the last year, just to be able to really see what I want to do in my music and how to really make it how I want to make it. You know what I mean? I feel like I had to learn a lot as far as on the production end, due to the fact of my style of music is a little different than the average Atlanta sound. So it's hard to find the certain producers to be able to, you know, give me what I need to do what I do best. You know,
putting a lot of people on their toes here with this new mixtape, the Black History Project. You're calling some dudes out. Said who's the best? Is it 3 Stacks, T.I., or Cyhi?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I can go with all three of those guys. Now, if you turn the beat off, I might be the last one standing. But if it's like on the song, I feel like I can hold my own, man. I feel like a lot of guys in Atlanta that when you look at lyricism, when you look at, you know, wordplay or conscience or substance at that, you know, a lot of time they bring my name of it. You know, it might not make it to the mainstream or to everybody else, but my name does come up when it's time to talk about who got them bars.
Definitely. I just was listening to So Appalled, Matt Leinart.
Yeah.
I just was listening to So Appalled, and I was reading the comments to see what the people were saying, and they were really just digging your verse.
Yeah.
And also, so, I mean, you're on good music. You're with Kanye, the best, one of the best MCs ever. But yet, in Atlanta, you see all these cats coming out. You see Trinidad James. You see Young Thug. You see 2 Chainz, Future. All these guys coming out. And you're like, and I know you probably feel like as an MC, as a lyricist, yeah, I'm better than them, if not just as good as them. And you know, I hit a snag. Like, so like, how did that make you feel? Did that add fuel to your fire to make you make this tape?
Yeah, but I mean, I want to be one of those artists that lasts forever too. I want to be able to be 60 years old and still go on tour. You know what I'm saying? So I understand my road to success is a little different than the average, you know, Atlanta rapper. And that's the thing. People don't understand. Like, I'm not just an Atlanta rapper. Like, I am a world rapper. Like, this is God flow. This is like, you can take this anywhere and get your money worth. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to just really stick to my guns. And you know, a lot of times it's a change of music now. Like, being from Atlanta, it's like they expect me to use the same formula as all the other Atlanta rappers. It's like, why are you the only one out of the 100 rappers that ain't gonna go to the strip club, that ain't gonna, you know what I mean, do it this way, go on the street, sell a bunch of bricks, and then buy all the DJs? Like, why can't you do that, Cyhi? And that's just not who I am. I'm more of I'm a real person. I'm from a real background, blue collar family. But I really feel like my wordplay and what I'm saying on the records will soon prevail and put me at the top, or somewhere at the top with those guys.
But when you see that happen, and when you see people expecting you to make the Atlanta sound, when you see that Atlantic sound actually going nationally, do you think to yourself, maybe I should make at least a record for Follies or a record for G.O.O.D Atlanta? Not at all?
Not at all. Because I really feel like I do what I do best. And I feel like if you put me up against in New York rappers or wherever you want to go, LA,
shit, even the New York rappers making songs for Follies.
I mean, man, like, a stripper is not gonna A&R my project. Like, I just can't allow that. Like, these niggas go to this club, like, the stripper is like she need to be at Def Jam right now, to be all the way honest with you.
So now, you said you spent the year up under Kanye. What's one of the best things that you learned? I know you get this question a lot, but what have you learned from him?
He told me to stop being humble. Like, I'm extremely humble.
You were. Last time we talked, you were extremely humble.
Yeah, I'm extremely humble, but it's like, even when I used to play football, run track, I was extremely humble until you got me on the field and I was a monster. So now I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna add that to my music. Like, I really feel like, I've been really feeling like I was one of the best. Like, people don't understand, like, when you heard me on So Appalled, it was like, you know, I'm not gonna tell you how it all the way went, but you heard me as a young kid hanging with Pusha, Kanye, and Jay, you know what I'm saying? But
you snuck on that song, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But it didn't resonate because my city is not big fans of Ye, Kanye, and Jay at that time. Now that the Yeezus tour done came through Atlanta, everybody's like real Kanye fans now, you know what I mean? So they had to really understand Yeezus and see him to be able to understand the magnitude as he was, because if you come from Atlanta, like my friends and dudes around me, they feel like, you know, no disrespect to no artist, but you know, G.O.O.D's and Jeezys and T.I., they run the South.
The titles of the song are a lot of, what do you call those, political leaders and stuff like that. Where did that concept come from?
Well, the original concept for the Black History Project came from last year. My little nephew, he wanted to do his Black History Project on me because he felt like I was a big deal, you know? And they told him I wasn't important enough. And I'm like, yo, like I'm the most important person from this side of town. Like, this is inspirational. Like, so I just thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do the Black History Project on myself. I'm gonna add other leaders that I felt like influenced me in my life, and I'm gonna make the best Black History Project there ever was. And I know that they're trying to take it out of the school system, so I wanted to do that too. And a lot of people don't know it's not just about black people. It's about the stigma of black. Like how it's dark or something's evil, or you get blackballed, you get put out the club, or you know what I mean. So I want to just show the people that black can be beautiful as well. Just the color and just the name and the stigma of it. I just want to change all that.
I remember I spoke to Sean a while ago, and he was saying that he sent some tracks to Ye and Ye sent them back. Like when you sent a couple of tracks to Ye, and he was like, "Nah, son, you got to do X, Y, and Z." What is that process like? What is that experience like?
It's like a football coach. It's like, yeah, you cool. You scored 20 and 10. Like you did 20 and 10, but we lost. You know what I'm saying? I need you to score 30 and 15 and we can get this W. You get what I'm saying? So I don't never feel a certain type of way. Like constructive criticism to me is like great, especially coming from a guy.
Now Atlanta's winning though. Like what do you think when you see Trinidad James saying, "We used to look up to y'all, now you know y'all copying us"?
I mean, it's to each his own on that situation, but I think what he was trying to say, I don't even think it was directed to the artists. I thought it was directed more so to like radio, to the people that's working these records at Def Jams and these big labels. Like, yo, like, you know, the artists, like me, I'm a fan of East Coast rap, and it's like only person, y'all just like Joey Badass is like the biggest thing, or ASAP Rocky is like, man. I remember, man, New York used to be like the greatest thing. Like even now, it's like I be wanting bars. Like I don't like. I mean, it's cool. I like to dance to, but I learn to listen to. I'm a listener.
I like people speak.
That's why I want New York artists to come back and really be, because I feel like they're fairly intelligent. Like I remember some of the guys I used to rap against. They were far more along in life than I was, and it was because, you know, different people, different cultures, ethnic groups around, and they had to grow up real fast. Where, you know, we had all this land, and we just chilling, and you know, we being in the country. You know what I mean?
So with that, and being a fan of New York, because I'm also a fan of New York. I'm a fan of Atlanta too, because I used to live down there. So I like that. When it pop, I like all that shit. But being a fan of New York music, does that hurt your heart too? Like when you see like these guys are, does that hurt your heart too?
But you know what hurt my heart, man? I remember when I grew up, I heard Pac on the radio, I heard Biggie, I heard Outkast, I heard Goody Mob, I heard Snoop, you know what I'm saying? I heard Crucial Conflict, you might have some Twister, like, it was regional. Like now, I feel like in Atlanta, if it's not a top 40 song, if it's not the biggest song in the world, like,
they not playing.
They ain't playing. You'll be like, damn, this dude from Kirkwood, oh, this dude from, you know what I mean, East Side got more spins than, you know what I mean, Kanye new record. Like, how is this happening? But that's just because we do support a lot of our artists. Like me, I'm just different. So they're just trying to figure out how to support me, you know what I mean? So, you know, they'll see when these bars, like hip hop is really coming back, and they're gonna be able to understand it more. Like, damn, Cyhi was special. Like he was before his time.
Now, being on good music, is it pressure to stay on top of the fashion game? Because everyone on good music is so they're above when it comes to the fashion. Like Kanye wears stuff. I don't. What is that? It's crazy. Is that Ralph? Is that Ralph though?
Is that Ralph though?
Like, but is there pressure to step the fashion up?
Yeah, absolutely, because it goes along, man. You know, fashion, music, And you know, when it comes with the visuals, the art, you know what I mean, the artistic part that you put on the covers, everything goes with it. And fashion is probably, if not more important than not the music. I know some guys who just fresh and, you know, they just put on a bunch of jewelry and stuff and they like superstar, they don't really say nothing on the song, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you got a guy like Kendrick that really don't put it, you know, don't put too much effort into that, and he's still successful as well. So I think all of those things, you know, one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face.
So since we've been talking about lyrics and all this other stuff, you know, let us hear something. You know, last time we did a little freestyle.
Oh, man.
Let us hear something.
Evangelist with a candle lit, smoking cannabis with a dancer chick, Black Panther mixed with a philanthropist. I know the game like an analyst. If God is my witness, you can cross-examine it. For a bitch your own dog, or do you scandalous and answer this? Why when the judge hit you with some time and somebody helped you with the crime, you fold like a pamphlet? Now I see what Willie Lynch really meant. From friendly fire, we done lost too many men. Over red and blue, but y'all got the same color in your skin. All for the power of the Benjamins. My ballpoint is, it's too many of us in the pen. My partner did 10, got out, now he doing 10 again. Never was the plug, I was more like the middleman. A legend on my corner, nigga, call me Terry Pendleton. So
it's my man Cyhi. Thank you for stopping by the No Judgment Zone. Next week, you know what we're gonna do?
What?
Next week, we're gonna make mud pies and make models eat them.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's what we're gonna do.
Hey, I know who it is, man. It's your boy Cyhi The Prynce, Ivy State, good music, and you are now watching Global Grind TV. If you want to hear more from Cyhi, see some videos, see some interviews, go to Global Grind TV. Hey!
Tonight, yeah, I ain't stop loving you.
Y'all, by the time you see this, it was out now.
Yeah, go check it out.
Plays this nut.
Angel.
This nut who